What's up, everybody? This is your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog. Just left the post office. Holy patolies! We did about $400 in mail today, but that's all good. So here we go. The book I'm recommending this week, Throw Your Stuff from the Plane. I was in a mastermind. It was a good... they had several books in the mastermind they were talking about, but I just thought this was a good pickup for people. They could pick this one up. Throw Your Stuff from the Plane, Achieving Accountability. Business and life. All right, everybody. Just saying, it was a good grab from the mastermind. All right. So a lot of times I get a lot of questions and emails and messages from the website, the blog, and here. And here we go. I'm going to just break it down. I'm going to give it to you the raw. Okay. When it comes to, we're going to kind of start at the crescents of, I'm hitting personal credit today, business credit, finding funding partners. All right. And that's, we're going to do an overview, but at the end of the day, you guys want more information, you can join the real estate mastermind. If you want more information, there's just several steps. I'll give you options here in this video to do. All right. So here we go. You already know 9 times out of 10 people say, Erica, how can I have great credit? I'm going to always say this, the number 3 things: remove inaccurate things. 2, remove old addresses. Have your new current information on there. 3 to 6 positive lines of credit. Now, most people are going to say, well, Erica, what are 3 to 6 positive lines of credit? Positive payment history. No 30-day lates, no 60-day lates, no 90-day lates. And those 3 positive lines, most people, I'm going to tell you how they go. Student loans, because a lot of them sit in deferment for a long time. Cars, and like 1 credit card. That's most people. Most people keep that car paid on time. Most people keep the student loans deferred or paid on time. And they usually have the credit card paid on time. So that's usually your 3. That's not everybody. Everybody's life is different. Everybody's credit report is different. Now, 4, 5, and 6, if you have more years in your life, maybe your home, maybe a second home, another car, that could be 6. Okay. So a lot of times you'll see on average people with a lot of high credit scores, a lot of credit cards, a lot of, big line credit cards have on average 9 years of credit history. Now, if you're over 30, it should be a certain way, but we'll get to that. So, all right. I already know people are going to be like, man, she's saying positive history, remove inaccurate things. Yeah. What about them trade lines, Erica? Oh, I'm glad you asked. Always in the messages. Always about trade lines. Always. I don't sell trade lines. Now, there's 2 websites I recommend. It's tradelinesupply.com. And I forgot just now as I said it. The other one, it's not on my paper. Sorry. The post office just had my head crazy. But the key here is everybody thinks, well, I'm going to go to these other guys and they're going to get everything off my credit, Erica. And then I'm going to get trade lines and it's all going to work. I'm sorry. The game is changing. They are moving the cheese. You can probably hear this from other people's credit websites, other people's credit repair on YouTube. I don't have to tell you something new. You can go look this up on here. Okay. So trade lines, primary trade lines is something you've opened. Primaries, I suggest for people. I always say, listen, when we're going through your credit repair, please don't be applying for things. And then next month you're like, I got 27 inquiries. Why? Why would you do that? I've already told you for the next 45 to 90 days, don't apply for anything. So anyway, but let's say you're trying to rebuild your credit and you're like, Erica, thank you for working with me. And now what can I rebuild my credit with? What can I have primary? Primaries are, now these are the first 3 I'm going to recommend for everybody. Second 3, these are for people in like dire straits, right? Can't get any positive credit. Secure credit card, secure loan, and another secure credit card. Now, what do I mean? You can go to Navy Federal, you can go to USA, you can go to any of these banks, go in, give $500 to $1,000. I would say $1,000. If you got big baller money, $5,000, but let's just keep it simple, $1,000 or $500, and you go in there and hand it in for the secure loan. 99% of banks just put it right back in deposit in your account, and you're just going to pay towards it. Some banks are different, but 99% of banks, you're going to hand them $500, and they're going to put $500 right back in your checking account available for you to use. Now, some are different. Again, I'm just going off of Navy Federal, USAA, and who's the other people I'm thinking of? There's another group I'm thinking of. Anyway, secure loan, same thing. You're going to pay the loan back. These are very simple tools and techniques because you want to build a relationship with that bank. That bank, maybe it's a second chance bank for you. Maybe it's a bank you want to get credit cards from in the future. If so, do not mess up the payments on those secure credit card or that secure loan. Make sure every single payment's on time. Make sure you spread it out at least 6 months to a year, preferably a year and some change, so you can build a nice healthy credit line with them. The other 3 I recommend on this channel: Hutchinson Chase, and that's HUTTONCHASE.com. Also Ox Publishing. Also, what's some other people I'm always recommending on this channel? There's another one I like more than the other. Oh, myjewelers.club. They're good. That's gonna give you about $5,000 line. So those are some. If you're just like, Erica, I just need some positive history, everything is negative, the whole credit score is on fire, there's some positive history you can build. Okay, My Jewelers, thank you. Yes, Rita. Those are ones you can build. Okay. Now, why did I talk about the primary trade lines? Because a lot of people are trying to use authorized users, and they're trying to go, they're going to use authorized users, I'm going to put 3 or 4 authorized users on my account and everything's going to work. That technique is not working anymore. Now, there are several people, you can go Google videos yourself and see where people are like, I got an 800 credit score, no one's approving me for credit cards, no one's approving me for loans. Why? Because you have no primary trade lines. This is like, you know, anybody, a teenager could be, Uncle John could put all his credit cards on a teenager's credit report. If you're in your mid-30s or mid-40s with no primary trade lines, it's just not going to work the same. You may have the score on paper, but guess what? They're going to say when they deny you, no, it'll say something about the length of your history, or it'll say, there's a couple ones I've seen so far. They'll pick a reason, trust me. They'll pick a reason, they'll say no personal history, no mortgage history, no, whatever. They'll find a reason and they'll put it on there. So, but if you want to use authorized users, there's several videos, I'll link them after this renders, about where I said the guy who credit score went up 300 points in a week. I'll put that video here, I'm trying to remind myself. Also, put the video here of the other credit boost. How did that happen? How did they boost their credit 300 points in 1 week? Well, he pretty much knocked all the stuff he could off of it. Then he got really high trade lines. Like, I'm talking about $30,000, 10, 15 plus year history trade lines. Okay? So, authorized users. Now, if you have crap on your credit and you're not finished cleaning you're not through the process, if you put a trade line on there, I'm gonna be careful. If it's under 10,000 and it's only 2 years old, you probably are only going to get 20 to 40 points. I've actually seen this personally for at least 7 clients where they were like, I don't care what you're talking about, Erica, and went and bought a bunch of trade lines, and then we're like, I only got 20 points per trade line. What happened? I go, you got tons of other crap dinging your credit report every single month. So that's what happened, okay? When you try to explain it to them, they don't necessarily get it, okay? Now, what should happen if you were to purchase said trade lines? Now, let's make this very clear. The demographics on my channel are young and super older. I mean, we're going to do in between. We're going to talk about if you're 30 years old. Common sense would say your credit card or trade line you put on there would be over 4 years old, have between $7,000 and $20,000. Why? Because when you see these little 2-year-old trade lines, 2-year-old trade lines are for like somebody 24 out of college. Somebody 22 got a credit card in college. Common sense would say the older you are, the more time. If you're 40 watching my channel, which I have various ages, 40, 45, 50, and you're like, Erica, I need the boost. Okay, well, you're going to have to pick a trade line that's like 10 years minimum. Like, it shouldn't be under 10 years, period. It just shouldn't. Sorry. It shouldn't be under 10 years. Because what it's going to do is, it's going to give you the bump you need, but it'll make sense according to who you are. It's just like if you were 18 years old and you got your grandpa's trade line on there and 30 years of credit history and you're 18, they're only going to count some of that. They're going to be like, oh, that's a trade line. That's a family member trade line. That's a bump. It's still a bump. When you get the trade line according to your space and time, let's just say that way. If you're over 30 and for over 4 years, $7,000 to $20,000. That's going to get you, each one of those trade lines should get you anywhere from 50 points to 100 points boost. Now, are there people who are going to buy one trade line and they get a 200 point boost? Yes, it's possible, but we don't know their personal credit. We don't know how many other lines they have on there. We don't know what's on their credit. I've seen people with 700 credit score have nothing but one car. Okay, all they got is a car. Okay, duh, they got a 700 credit score. So again, be careful out here when people are trying to sell you on trade lines, but your personal, something's dinging you every month. And that's what I tell you guys look for. Look on your credit. Even if you don't use my services, look on your credit. Is something dinging you with a negative or a closed collection every single month? That is hurting you every single month. If it's something old and they're no longer reporting, it doesn't hurt you as bad, but it's still on there. So, all right. Since I have 40 people watching so far, let's hit that like button. I'd appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. So funding. Now that we've got that going, now that we got that part open, okay, we're gonna go to the funding part, because many people ask me a lot of times, like, yeah, man, I want to get these credit cards, I want to do this funding, and I'm like, what you gonna do with them? I don't know, I just want them. And I'm like, all right, I don't know how to help you because I don't know what you want. Now, funding. Here's the 4 ways I always talk about funding. 1 is banks, 2 is hard money, 3 is private lending, 4 is JV and partnerships. Number 5, I forgot to add this on, was crowdfunding sites, which we could kind of put under private money, but we'll say 5 is crowdfunding sites. Now, number 1, banks. From the training I attended and the family I actually saw, you heard me talk about them before. I'm not going to say their name in this video. I don't want to be pissing anybody off, but somebody invest, Memphis Invest. Anyway, I went to some training, and every 90 days, a lot of people and several master have been in, every 90 days you should be applying for new credit or an increase in your credit line or new accounts or new credit. Now, why? I tell people, if you're going to be a real estate investor, if you're going to be investing in your business, whatever it may be, if you're going to do the Hood Estates trucking course and start buying trucks and want to do all this stuff, you need funding, period. Done. You need funding. You need access to funding, whether it's repairs, remodeling, or partnerships. So I've seen people have 5 LLCs, and each 90 days they apply with that same bank at Navy Federal. They apply for a credit line increase on every account. If you have Navy Federal, you can have more than one business bank account with them. If you have, there's a couple of them. Now, PenFed is personal. I've been getting a lot of messages about PenFed lately. That is personal. They do not let you have business accounts there. It's also military related. There is several people with Bank of America and Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo's been better lately, but again, I hate Bank of America and Wells Fargo. They just do a terrible job because they have the numbers. They don't have to care about you. Find a local bank. Find a local bank. If you're in Austin, Texas, go to Prosperity Bank. Go to the local that are building, that are giving money. When you drive past a site and there's a sign, 90% of the time it don't say Bank of America or Wells Fargo. It says some small bank that is cutting them the check for the money for that construction loan. That's who you need to be at. That's where you need to be. That's where you need to take your money to. Thank you, Miss Leslie. $5 super chat. Love you. That's where you need to be. You have to open these bank accounts. And I know it can be frustrating. I've had people in several parts of my programs. I've got 3 or 4 different programs I have on the side that are all full right now. So we're not even going to mention them. I can't take another client right now in those programs. When we go through 10 to 20 banks of them opening bank accounts, they're going to get some no's. They're going to get some pushback. They are going to get that. That's going to just happen. That just is the way it is. But you have to have those accounts. And every 90 days, like clockwork, as long as your personal score is looking good and your business is making revenue, we'll put an asterisk right there because I know some of you are going to be like, Eric, I just started. Hold on. I hear you. Asterisk. You can keep asking for working capital. You can keep asking for more money for different projects you're working on. That just is what it is. So, number 2 I said was hard money. People hate hard money. The interest is high. They got points. You know, a lot of times the guys, like, I'm not going to lie to you, a couple of the guys who do hard money in Austin are so sleazy that people go to San Antonio and go to other places. Now, are there good people that do hard money? Yes. There are good guys who out here do hard money. But it's just up to you. I mean, it's like you're working under a time clock. For me, if you're going to go pick a almost ran down house and you can get it under a conventional loan or you can get it under a remodel loan, 203, then get that instead and take your time repairing that house. If you can buy a house straight out cash, $4,000, $13,000, however you can do it, take your time remodeling it. I just think it's hard money's there if you need it, but again, it's like a time clock clicking behind you. So All right, number three. Number three was private money. Now, what is private money? Private money is Aunt Susie, Aunt Sally, somebody you know giving you this money. And sometimes you can give them the first line on the new property you have. You can put them the second line. So if something happens to that, you don't pay them back, they get that money. They get that house too, honestly. Now, how does private money work in the other way? There's people in the community that always are, let's just say they have money and they don't per se want to go out there and invest themselves or go do flips themselves, but they do have the money to invest. So that's part of that, right? Like you can go, if you get in that network of people, but how do you get in that network? That's our next conversation, networking, right? Okay. But private lending is a whole conversation within itself. But at the end of the day, you can easily do private lending to someone if you wanted to. You could easily give a 10% note to somebody on their money if you're about your business. Do you know what I'm saying? There's more ways can do on that. But private lending is great. And honestly, if you're a house flipper or you're somebody who does title searches in your county, you'll see somebody who owns 7 houses, or you'll see the same LLC own 10 properties. That's a person that could possibly be interested in private funding. So again, if you're about your business, if you're flipping properties, and let's say you do mailers to certain people, you can say, hey, I'm looking for funding, I'm looking for partners. Number 4, JV and partnerships. Number 5 is crowdfunding. We're almost there. Number 4, JV and partnerships. What is that about? The reason I'm so stressing you guys on going to RIA meetup groups, going online, going on Bigger Pockets, asking for people in your city and who you need to know is because other people know other people. Okay, if you have a couple plumbers or handymen, they always know of a house that's looking raggedy in repair. They know a neighborhood. They know somebody who may have a deal they can give to you, or a house that's vacant. You can email the owners. Knowing people helps you grow your market. Now, on the same token, you may not have, if a house is $50,000, let's say you don't have $10,000. You say, Eric, I don't have $10,000 for the 20% down payment. Not even talking about closing costs yet. But you have $5,000, and you got a big old Lowe's card, right? $25K, $40K Lowe's card. But you also have a friend, he's got $5K, and he's got a Lowe's card. So at least together, y'all could partner together, and let's say you could do it for 3 years or 5 years, depending on how you want to work it, or until the house sells. Some people, that's how they do it. Could put your money together and work that way. But you can't do it if you're a man investing alone. If you're a woman investing on an island, that's not how business works. The way to grow is through relationships, is through networking, is through progress. So many people get on here and go, you know what I want to do, Erica? I want to get all these credit cards and all these lines of credit. I'm just going to invest by myself. Okay, if something goes wrong, who's your plumber? Who's your handyman? Who's your electrician? Who's your person to call in the middle of the night of an emergency because you got an apartment complex in Texas, but you live in Florida? Okay, no man or no woman is an island. You have to work with people, and working with people honestly can help you go further, because I can tell you right now, there's 2 or 3 guys I know who bought a house together. There's 3 actually in one house together, 2 in another house together. And people come up with creative financing all of their own. Now, don't pick no slug or bug or somebody that lives at their grandma's house that don't have nothing but just 700 credit score because all they got is a car on it. Pick somebody who's a go-getter. Pick somebody who's in these groups. Pick somebody who's pushing to grow. Because all I'm saying is, same reason I'm in Todd Capital, other groups, I'd rather have a piece of 17 houses than just one house. I got this one house all by myself. I'm so big and bad. That's stupid. Get more houses. Keep growing your funding. Keep JVing. And then you can grow and do more with your business. That's all. That's all for JV and partnerships. Number 5 is crowdfunding sites. A lot of times, I don't know if you guys picked up the Smartphone Millionaire, but if you did, you see I talk about crowdfunding in the back, and that I invest in rich uncles. You can actually too, I'm going to give you 3 to go check out: realityshares.com, funrise.com, and richuncles.com. Another one, I'm trying to think of another one. Number 4, I did a blog article. I guess I'll put it in the links or something below. But anyway, there's over 50 that are out there, but there's a top 10 that are the best. And what you want to do is when you go on these funding sites, it's like they are the bank, period. A lot of them fund in 7 days or 14 days because there's millions of people on their email list. every day looking to put money into a deal somewhere. There's some technician, there's some engineer, there's some guy with 10 grand, and he don't know how to flip a house. He don't know how to do shit. All he knows is, I got 10 grand and I want to invest it and get my money. And there's 100,000 and more like him, right? They can't get into the big syndicated, accredited deals, but they can get into these smaller deals. So hence Reality Shares, Fundrise, all this other stuff, right? Okay. So when you're on there, when you apply, and I've actually sent the email, I've actually done the paperwork. Fundrise will send you an opening and it'll ask you about what's your money, what's your assets look like, what's up on this deal. And you got to have 3 ways this deal is going to make money. You're going to sell it, you're going to rent it out, you're going to do what, right? You got to show how you're going to make money in this deal. Do not overlook the crowdfunding sites. They are looking and hungry for investors who got their shit together, who know how to put together a package, an application package. And yes, they're going to check on you. They're going to check it and call some numbers. They're going to check your bank accounts. But it's a good avenue for you if you are thinking of, Erica, I want funding to flip real estate or to invest in real estate. I don't know anybody. I'm trying to network. I'm having a hard time. What should I do? Go on Fundrise for yourself today, register an account, and look at the application for if you want to be a real estate investor. Something to think of, something to check on, options. You don't have to, but it's just something. If you're thinking about it, go check it out. All right. So that takes care of banks, hard money, private lending, JV and partnerships, and 5 crowdfunding. That takes care of that. Whew. Number, it's on my list. I pretty much took care of that. Anyway, every 90 days, try to be getting funding. And the last one is networking is key. Again, I don't know how many tells I would tell y'all, but please go on biggerpockets.com. Don't just ask me. Go check other people. Don't just take my word for it. Go check other credit repair people. Go check other people doing investing. No man is an island. No woman is an island. You need credit, time, or money. Now, why am I separating those two, credit and money? Because some people got boo-boo credit, but they got cash. I know barbers. I know hair salon girls. They got cash, but they credit looking like woo. So if they could be a partner or a hard money partner or a private money partner in one of your deals, or a JV partner in one of your deals, that could work. So again, no man's an island, partnership, deals, the 3 you need. Find the 3 you need. But okay, let me look through some of your questions you guys had, and I'm going to wrap it up here shortly. Let's see what we got. Joseph, yes, I went live. Sharita, CEO, hello. Key West, Erica, thanks for consulting. You helped me out a lot. Thank you, Key West. Anthony Bass, hey, Erica, glad you're dropping the knowledge. Thank you again. Boost credit score is the second place. Key West, I think it is. I think I've recommended Tradeline Supply and Boost credit score. I think I've recommended those two a lot. I think I did. Yeah, I think so. DLD, thanks for the info. What lenders are 1099 friendly for realtors? I'd like to invest. I have great credit and down payment money, but my 1099s aren't that high yet. I'm an NC for realtor. Are you writing? So DLD, there's parts of your question that I'm going to guess. I'm just going to guess. I don't know your business. Are you writing off a lot of things? Are you deducting a lot of things? Is that why the 1099 income's low? Because 90% of the time, even if you go hard money, they're still going to be like, why your income so low? Right? Or where do you have the money to flip this property? That's what they're going to ask. So when it comes to lenders, again, crowdfunding sites, working with JV with somebody, even if it's I went to the apartment seminar the 3rd time I went. There was a guy in there. He was a plumber. Yeah, he was a plumber. He owns 10 rental houses in Dallas. But he was there looking for somebody because he wanted to go to the next level. He wanted to own an apartment complex. He's in his 50s. His back's starting to hurt. He ain't trying to go climb in their houses or turn pipes. He ain't trying to do all that no more. But, the question is, they're going to be like, what's up with the money, per se? But always be getting bank accounts and seeing if you can get business lines of credit via that way. Sharita, CEO, My Jewelers. That's true. Rent Karma. What about Rental Karma? What is it called? What is that place called? There's 3 people that do your credit, that do your rent payments. One's like called Johnny something. One's called Rent. I think it might be Rent Karma. if anybody knows, put it in the comments. But there are 3 people who, if you pay your rent via them, it's like a credit line. Essentially, they're just reporting you paying your rent every month. Erica Nicole, I'm here for the information. Thank you, Erica Nicole. Thank you for coming. Okay, someone Key West said it only reports to Rental Karma, only reports to TransUnion. Interesting. Good to know. Good to know. Sharita, CEO, I opened a business due to you, and my grand open is June 2nd. Thanks so much, Erica Tears. Everybody give Sharita a clap off. Clap off. Clap off. All right. Again, Liz. She's down there. Leslie's down there in Mexico, in Florida. What do you call it? Miami, Florida? Living the good life. Keep giving the game. Thanks. Balloons and more gifts. Took me almost 4 years to open my LLC business account because something our president did last week. What? That's crazy. But if he motivated you to open your business account, even better. Right now, I love that Trump is in office. And I know you guys hate me saying that. You want me to stay on my topic. But it's because so many people have reached out and are like, girl, you want to invest in this property over here? Girl, you want to buy this farmland? Girl, let's go invest. He crazy, girl. We got to put our money together. I love that he's in office. Okay? Sharita, CEO, says, Erica, I started my business with no loan, by working and investing every 2 weeks. My 40-hour paycheck that gave me 80 hours total, and my grand opening is June 8th. Instagram. Well, connect with me on Instagram. I'll shout you out. Let's see. Cam. Girl, you on fire today, love. Everything you do. See you on a consulting call soon. Thank you. Appreciate it. Lieutenant Johnson, greetings from Cancun, taking it all in with a beer in my hand. Thomas Jackson, just purchased a very small piece of land, LOL. I'm still proud of myself. Congratulations to you, Jackson. Living the dream. Cam from NYC and ready to start doing 2 rentals a year outside of the state. I work remotely, so I have a lot of flexibility, working on building more credit so I could go strong. Y'all give Cam the clap off. I'm serious. It's like the limit is only in your mind. And I think people think I'm joking when I say this, but the limit is only in y'all mind. Like, the opportunities, once you start going, will come in so fast you'll have to say no. Please no. No. Right now I've had to turn down 3 deals in Killeen because one, I didn't like them that much, and 2, they just were not in my budget of my plan of my focus where I'm trying to go. They just weren't in the deal. So it's my first year real estate. I have money from stock. DLD. Okay. So DLD, this year you're going to be gardening. I don't know if you know the term. We talked about it a lot on this channel. Gardening is when there's something people do called credit rama. Let's just be honest. And they go and apply for a bunch of stuff while their credit score is high. And then they just chill because they know they can't apply for a bunch of stuff because they have so many inquiries. They just wait. They chill. They garden. They respect the credit and build credit history. What you would be doing is something similar, not all at once, but slowly opening up a business account, right? And then what you do is you're going to apply for business lines of credit. As long as your personal credit looks good, I don't care if you're brand new tomorrow. Some of these banks will go, okay, nothing crazy going on? Cool. And the reason that is, a lot of people get mad. They're saying, well, Erica, I don't want my business credit to touch my personal credit. Here's the deal. As long as when you go into a lease, let me make this very clear. When you sign a lease, put your personal name on there. Make sure that you do the business LLC. Now, that's the only time I'm like, make sure you don't put your personal on something, is there. Because you'll be on the hook for the rental space. And that's what's going to catch a lot of people in the next recession, is not having that separation. Okay? Now, but when it comes to real estate and getting your jump start and getting your foot in the door, unless your business is producing like, and let me be really honest, the reason why you see a lot of Amazon FBA people and a lot of these people boasting all these credit cards and look at all these cards I got and all these vacations I'm doing, is because they have so much money coming through the bank account, through their merchant account, that what happens is it's basically kind of, I'm not going to say it's triggering, but what it is so much money's coming in and out of the bank. If you got $10K in your business bank account, it's like a 700 credit score, right? The bank is seeing money coming in and coming out on a consistent pattern. Same thing with PayPal credit. PayPal credit's giving out people, if you make over 20K a year, and a lot of people with small little sites selling things all year long will make over 20K a year, and they can get PayPal credit, right? Same thing with the banks. You have money coming in, tracks coming in. Those deposits and transactions is why they're getting so many credit cards and so many lines of credit. period. Working capital. They're just moving it around. So, but that's my point. That's my whole point to you is you're right now you're gonna be gardening and you're gonna be building. Giant Lifestyle. What's up, Giant Lifestyle? Message me about that. Maybe. Let's see. I got a crazy schedule right now. So I'm surprised I was able to do the live today. But after that, I went to post office, spent $400. I was like, oh, Jesus, help us. But anyway, Leslie, Rent Reporters. Thank you. Rent Reporters is another one. Terry X, hey Erica, I'm really interested in the truck investment video you did before. Have you done a video on it yet? No. Until I buy the truck, which is probably about 2 weeks or around June, second week of June, I won't do the video on it. I'm supposed to hear back from Hood Estates, and then if not, I'll just basically have a link for you guys to go over there and go check out the course yourself. They have 2 parts. Now they have a $25 part you could buy, and it's going to do the 101. It's going to tell you the overview of the course, everything they're offering, and see if it's what you wanted to do. It's a really thorough intro video. It's like, I don't know how many minutes long, maybe 15, 20 minutes, but it's great. For 25 bucks, it tells me everything I need to know, but then the course is even better. So, I mean, it's up to y'all, but you can go check them out. I'll always put in the links to the States. Cam, opening a business account this week so that I can show my consistent payments for my LLC. I see the light. I'm telling you, deposits move banks. Mint Financial, how are you? I'm trying to get my credit in order, but it's hard to contact you. It's never hard to contact me, Mint Financial. All you have to do is always go in the links below the video, and hit that consult button. If you want to talk to me, bing, 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 the phone rings. If not, I'm out here in these streets checking on several things. All right? But anyway, what's your Instagram, Erica? I have 2, but we're going to give you the Erica's Classy Climb. Literally Erica, ERICKA. All the letters, people. S, and then Classy Climb. Davita Jane Brown. I have 3 trade lines and a business checking account. Great job. Just keep going, keep growing, keep building that. DLD, gardening it is. Yes. Gardening and networking with people. Always. Bella Slots. Where can I purchase trade lines? TradelineSupply.com. Or somebody put it up there earlier. I think it's boostyourcreditnow.com. This was in the mastermind. Throw your stuff off the plane. Achieving accountability in business and life. Art Thorne. I'm gonna let you get it. It's pretty thick there. It's about 200 pages. It's worth it. You can go get it from Barnes and Nobles. Thank you, Cam. Will Middleman to Millions be out soon? I am trying my hardest to work through that. It's taking a lot more videos to go through than I thought. I'm basically trying to break down to you how to start a service business, how I started it, how I did it, how do I get clients, how do we market. It's a lot. I just thought it was, and I always think because we've been doing it for a while, that we forget things that we've done, right? We forget, like, oh, this is what I do every day. And I'm like, oh, wait, they don't know I do that every day. So now I got to go back and do a video and tell them what we do every day when we get to the office and how do we get clients. Totally forgot. Okay, so that's taking a little bit longer than I thought. The Middleman to Millions online business thing is just as hard. So it's 2 different courses. Middleman to Millions is going to be on the service business, and Middleman to Millions is going to be on the online side of making money. So both of them, I'm building both of them at the same time. So it's a little hard. But we'll try to get that out before I go to Alaska and before we buy the truck, but maybe not. So I'll keep you guys posted. I'm working on it. Okay. Hello, Andre Scott. Sharita says, I'm so proud of all you guys. Keep moving forward. Where are the trade lines again? TradelineSupply.com and Boost Your Credit Now, I think is what it's called. Beat Ween, do you think real estate agent is a good career? Man, I think any career can be a good career. Depends on you. What's your skill level? Again, I've done several videos about being a real estate agent in Texas. Again, if you're moved somewhere brand new, you're going to have to hustle hard. Because, again, I tell most people write down 150 to 200 people you know. work your network, and then how else are you going to get leads as an agent? Just a quick segue. Same thing when I'm talking to y'all about this funding and building your real estate portfolio now. You got to get to know people. There are people right now that if I call them and send over money, I could buy deals. Like I can just say, hey, you in Ohio. Hey, you in Detroit. Where's your money? I'm wiring you from my bank account this money. Let's get this house. But that's because I built the relationship. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know anybody, you're sitting there with your 10 and they got 10, y'all don't know each other. So again, it's not just the money, it's also knowing people. Andre Scott, I don't know what happened, if you had a name change or address change. That sounds unique. Might have to just get a consult. I don't know what's on your credit report. Thomas Jackson bought a small plant in a residential neighborhood. Any business suggestions, anyone? Honestly, what is it zoned for, Thomas Jackson? I have a service-based business online. Yes, you do, Davita. She does a good job in North Carolina. Thomas, a Bobo tea business. Now, if somebody's got a Bobo tea business, where are you? You are my friend. I love some Bobo tea. I ain't gonna lie. What do you mean, beat we? It's wherever you make it, honestly. I mean, if you guys see one of the videos, if you go back where I talked about making $1,000 a week online, I was talking about Warriors Forum. You can go on there and network and talk to a lot of people, all kind of stuff. So, but I know this phone is getting ready to die, so I'm gonna wrap this up. Y'all got some good conversation going on there. Hit each other up on Instagram. Connect with each other. Beat Ween. Let's see. 285 property. That could be possible what happened to him. 20 years though. 20 years would be like you got rid of all your old addresses and tried to tried to dispute everything, and who knows, all kind of stuff happens. I bought a quad in Deanna Beach, Florida. What? Get it? Drake? Thomas Jackson. Thomas Jackson, that's truth, man. I bought an acre by Granbury, Texas for $2,500. Middle of nowhere. It's not in the middle of nowhere. There's big houses in a lake being near it. So, but it's good stuff. But anyway, you guys, I gotta run. Hit that like button. Thank you guys for the super chats today. That was very beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate it. And that was what? Giants Lifestyle and Leslie. Thank you. She's down there in Miami, living it up. Will Smith, Miami. But I gotta go run. You guys have an amazing day. Thank you for coming. Again, in the links below will be, if you want some of our credit repair services here at the office, we are willing to help you. We are always trying to focus on people who need credit repair, who are opening businesses. You know what I'm saying? We always try to stay in that lane. If there's any other questions, if you're interested in investing in tax liens, courses below. If you're interested in investing in the marijuana boom that is changing, I'm seeing so many posts on YouTube and Instagram from people who are very square talking about marijuana investing. Hey, don't be left behind on a mega billion-dollar industry. But again, you guys, today was on credit and funding. Get busy, get out there, hit that like button if you can, and share with your friends. You guys, thank you so much. This is Erica, Classy Climb Blog. Later. Thank you, 285 Property. Enjoy yourself.